Okay, so I came into 2024 with so much positivity, so much enthusiasm, and strength and zeal. So much so that I tagged the year my year of total recovery. But unfortunately, I started the year on a losing streak, one loss after the other. First, it was the loss of my uncle. Their uncle, so much love him, and I lost him. Then I went on to my to lose vital information on my phone that crashed. One of the major losses in my phone when my phone data crashed and I couldn't recover the chats on my WhatsApp chats between me and my late wife is one of the most painful. And then of course other loved ones that I would have really loved to have. But most prominent is the chats between me and my late wife. And that's the only thing I have left that reminds me of her. Because sometimes I go there, I read those chats and then listen to some of her voice notes. And it has a way of healing me, you know. And but then one loss after the other and there is a big loss to me. Now, so much losses that I was beginning to doubt what kind of year is this? And then my faith failed. And that is the topic of discussion today on the sermon. My name is Tim Miyake. Today I'll be talking to you about when your faith fails. Before I take this story further, let me try to share a story, something that happened with me a long time ago. Now, out of curiosity, I plugged the cigarette lighter on the car, plugged it, then when it popped up, I removed it and then I tried my thumb on it. Unfortunately, that was a big mistake that I made. I got burnt badly and it was very painful. But luckily enough for me, there was a bottle of water. I quickly opened it and then dipped my finger into it, and the pain went away. But anytime I pull my thumb out of the water, the pain comes back. So I had to keep my thumb right there all the time. But eventually, I had to let go. Even though the pain was still there, my thumb hurt for a couple of days, but eventually it healed and stopped. But then the scar still remained, and this memory still remained. And anytime I see a cigarette lighter, I still feel a little bit of fear. All right, even though I don't get there, but that is an experience that I will never forget. Now, where does this story have a place in my sermon today? Now, I'm going to share with you pretty quickly and within the next few seconds. Now, life, no matter how sure you are, no matter how certain you are with your relationship with God, no matter how clean you come, no matter how righteous you are, no matter how close, no matter how faithful, no matter how much faith you have built in life, circumstances that are completely way out of your league, way out of your capability and your capacity will come and smash you. They'll make you doubt even if there is a God. Now, circumstances are going to just bombard you so much so that your faith will fail you. Now, circumstances may differ because one circumstance one may be able to handle, another person might not be able to handle. But irrespective of what circumstance, but there are certainly some circumstances that are really going to get you down because life is not straight. Life is not even meant to be straight. This life of faith, because you cannot please God without faith. So, in this life of trying to please God by faith, there's bound to be ups and downs, and God is aware of all this. In fact, it is good for you when you're up and you're down. But what am I even trying to say in essence? Now, borrowing from my own experiences, now it made it very impossible for me to appear on the sermon for the past two Sundays. That's why I've not been able to do it because from one loss to the other, from one threatening loss to the other, from one issue to the other, and I was just being bombarded, and my faith failed me. Now, at that point, I almost forgot, or rather, I actually even forgot that I have a father that cares and I can put all my cares upon him. In fact, that's what I have been doing, I've been trying to do all along. But at this point, I even forgot. I was trying to do things my way. I was trying to solve problems my way. I was trying to fix these losses my way. In fact, they weighed me down so much so that I lost the focus at some point. But as I got to the point where I have exhausted my wisdom, which is where I even got the build up to my faith in the first place. Because you have to exhaust all your strategies and all your thinking and all your ideas, and you are helpless. And there is where God wants you to be. And then you turn to God and look up to God as none other but Him as your helper. And if you get to that point and He does help you and He carries you through and He builds your feet, then you continue to begin to rely on God for everything that you ever would need. Because like we said in the Bible, in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, that faith is evidence of things hoped for. All right? And substance, things you've not even seen, you've not even held, you already believe them, you're already enjoying them. That is faith. But here you are, is the reverse. All right? You've enjoyed this faith, it has worked for you. But here you are, you registering losses. And it has made you so much so that you even doubt your faith. That you even forget that God is all powerful, is all knowing, and He can fix things. So you go around scampering trying to fix things yourself. You're making even more things worse. You're making bad things worse. So that is my circumstance. And that was why I got into that deep. And why am I sharing this story with you? I'm sharing this story with you because life, like I said, is going to bombard you with so much troubles. And when you do lose your faith, or when your faith does fail you, and you have nowhere to go, don't stay there. Don't whine there. Just pick yourself up. Go right back to the source where you got your faith from in the first instance. All right. Now, those hurts may not be there. They may be there, but when you go back to your source of faith, first of all, it's going to heal you. It's going to comfort you. It's going to assure you. It's going to strengthen you. It's going to rebuild your faith back and give you back that strength and vigor and that energy that you had when your faith was blazing. And when He does, He's going to send you right back again into the field where you're going to do more exploit. But this time around, you're going to even be more stronger because those losses and those pains and hurts you've experienced them before. So they are not new. So you're coming bigger, stronger, and wiser. But then, one thing you need to know is that those hurts are experiences, but those scars will remain because you always remember those experiences. You always carry the scars, but your faith is stronger. That is the beauty of these losses. And that is the beauty of the pains that you ever experience in your walk of faith. So now I'll take you back to my story. Okay? The thumb got burnt. A very terrible experience. But with the water, it's a temporary measure to take away the pain. But the hurt is still there, the injury is still there, and I will need time to heal. So, but eventually I will heal, but the scar still remains. So it's the same thing. When circumstances come, they will hurt you. And like as we are as humans, we'll look for temporary fixes and we'll fix them. But they are temporary. And the best thing we can do is to now go back to God, who is going to take time to heal us. Even though He's not going to clean the scar, but He's going to give us back our strength and renew us. And He's going to heal us. So we still carry the scar, we still carry the experience, but we're not feeling the hurt anymore. But we are better, we are stronger, we are wiser. So the next time we see a cigarette lighter, we know it hurts. And so that even if we see someone going that way, we can talk them out of it, or we can advise them. And there is how our faith grows, step by step, experience by experience. And what do I have to say? Well, I just want to tell you today, as we go into the new month and we expect better things to come, I just want you to know that hurts are meant to build you. Losses are meant to build you. And your recovery is sure going to come. You only need to have faith, because that's where we even live in the first place, by faith. And by faith, we will recover. And I'm sure you're going to recover every single loss, no matter how much losses you suffer right now, or in the past, or even in the future. Faith is going to carry us through. We live by faith, and by faith alone, we will live. And by faith alone, we will recover. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.